What is up, everybody? Another day, another dollar. Let's get into this.
Every day is snowing since I was told that you don't want me. Baby, you're just cold and you know I try to hold on to where I still you.
Okay, boys, I'm getting a little late start on the vlog today. Right now, it's already about 1 o'clock. It's Friday. I got kind of semi-booked this afternoon, this morning, but it slowed down quite a bit, guys. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem like the boys are that busy, but no, we're here. We're trekking. We're showing up. You gotta do what you gotta do to get in here and get to work, boys. You know, staying at home is not going to pay the bills. I'll tell you that right now. If you're going to be at home, you are not going to be making money. So if you need to make money, then guess what? Well, you need to show up for work, guys. It's the name of the game. Sometimes, sorry about that. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it gets better. Sometimes it gets worse. Sometimes, you know. Friday used to be the best day of the week. Lately, it seems like it's probably one of the worst days of the week. Not for me necessarily, but I consider for my boys. That's the only day that we have a full crew, that day and Saturday. And I don't know, it just seems like it slows down quite a bit, or at least till the afternoon. Right now, around 2, 3 o'clock, it starts getting better. It starts getting busier. You know, it'll pick up a little bit, but I don't know. It just seems like lately we just haven't been as busy, and it's weird. It's weird. It's real weird. But anyway, what can we do? We have to just continue trekking. I wanted to talk to you guys today about razor fades a little bit. You know, I know you guys noticed that I do raw razor fades, and the majority of them, guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you, the majority of them, 80% of them I do with the machine, and then I straight razor it. Or I straight razor it and then I hit it with the machine. So there's two different ways of doing your fades, you know. You can either fade them out with a trimmer and no shave at all, which I don't like doing that, because personally myself, I think a nice clean shave razor is way better. Now, my preference of doing a razor fade is using the machine, using the Braun Series 9 to completely take all the hair out of it. For me, I think it's the cleanest, fastest way of doing a haircut, you know what I mean? But a lot of people, especially older folks, like the straight razor. So what I do is I'll straight razor the bottom, then come back with the razor machine and still razor it. That way you get that bottom stubble. And then of course the third way is using the safety razor, which you guys saw in one of my videos. That, by the way, that video is doing really good. A lot of people have watched that video. But yeah, that's another way of doing it. I was telling you guys, okay. So there's 3 ways of doing the razor fade. Now, the way you communicate with your client is by doing a good hair consultation, guys. You got to do a good hair consultation. If you don't do a good hair consultation, then guess what? You're not going to get that nice, you're not going to get that customer return, guys, because, you know, like I do all 3 of those types of razor fades. Some clients don't want it razor. They just want it with the machine, the trimmer only. Some guys like it with a straight razor. Some guys like it with a razor machine. And then now you guys know I have the safety razor guy. You know, you guys have to give a good hair consultation. That's what's most important, is when that client sits down and asks you, oh, I want a fade. Okay, what kind of a fade do you want? Do you want a razor fade? Do you want a regular fade? Do you want a fade that, you know, there's just so many types of fades. You know, what kind of fade do you want? Do you want, so basically you have to find out, you know. A lot of times a person will ask you for a fade and they don't even want a fade. To me, a fade is a zero on the bottom, faded into hair on the sides. Most people don't even know about that, you know. Like, most people think that a fade is a regular haircut. They'll ask you, oh, give me a 1 or a 2 fade. A 1 or a 2 is not a fade. That is a regular. That's a regular. You're gonna box off the sideburns, box off the back. That's a regular haircut. A fade is when you have to fade it out from a 0 to a 1.5 or a 2 on the sides, whatever you're giving that person. So, you know, knowing the different types of haircuts is super important when you're getting started. Knowing the difference in the haircuts is super important. Knowing the difference in the haircuts that you can do yourself is super important. Like, you know, I always try to talk kids into getting fades because I know they're gonna last longer, they'll be tighter. But a lot of kids this day and age don't like getting fades. They don't want to be bald on the bottom. So you know, you gotta show them the difference. Show them that this way is a little bit better. You know, to prove it to them that you know that you're gonna do a good haircut. And a lot of times, what I'll do. Like, say, for instance, this kid that I've got coming to me right now, when he first started coming to me, he was getting a regular haircut. He was getting like a number 2 on the sides, boxed off. And little by little, I moved him up to a taper. Yesterday, when I cut his hair, I moved him up from a taper to a half of a 0 tapered out to a 0. So I got him even tighter now on the sides. So the next step after that now is to reach him in, to get him into getting a 0, getting a fade. Because like I was telling him, well, once you get used to a fade, you're not going to go back to a regular haircut. Because a regular haircut just grows out too damn fast. And then this kid's hair grows super fast. So I'm trying to get him the best haircut that I can. But sometimes you got to take those easy steps and build them up, get them up to where you think is going to be the best cut for your client. And that's what I mean by hair consultation. You know, like if you got a client, don't move them up to a 0 right away because you don't know. You don't know if that's what it's going to be the good cut or not, you know. So I recommend that you don't do that. You don't move straight to a 0. Work them into something different. Work them into an easier haircut. Get him to a taper first. And then once you get him into a taper, he starts loving the taper. Then you let him know that you got to move up to a 0 now. And the 0 is a lot better cut for just about anybody. It's just a matter of getting them used to having that shortness on the hair, which is the hardest part, you know. Because when you go to a 0, you're going to be bald on the bottom. And just the word bald scares young kids this day and age, guys. It scares them. So, you know, you call it a 0 fade. 0 fade, and they're like, oh, 0, okay. But they really don't realize that it's the same damn thing. But I'm going to go inside and grab my lunch real quick, boys, and then I'm going to be back, and then we'll meet back up later. I'm going to try to videotape something for you guys today, and we'll see what's up, all right, guys? I hope you guys are grinding.